to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Jamie Moore. Jamie, how are you doing?
All good, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, all good. Obviously, was eager to get your reaction to the news. So first of all, give me what went through your head when you seen Amanda Serrano pulled out of this fight. Was it instantly the thoughts of Chantelle Cameron?
Well, to me, it sort of it was a no-brainer in many ways. You know, it's not a hard fight to make in terms of promotion size. You know, that's a lot of the time that's where the stumbling blocks are. When it's cross promotion and TV companies, different TV broadcasters are sort of conflicted. But you know, they're both with Eddie. They're a weight division apart. They're both undisputed. And being honest, I'm surprised it's not been spoke about more often before now. But hey, you know, better late than never.
Chantelle's obviously game, and she fancies herself in this fight. She's been quite vocal about wanting this fight. She did put out a statement a couple of days ago when that was announced and said, "This fight won't be next for me, but it's one that I want." What's changed between now and then? Has anything happened since then?
Well, obviously the news that Serrano is not going to be able to box. You know, Chantelle's always been, you know, up for taking the Katie Taylor fight. I mean, going back to when she very first came to me, she was involved in WBC eliminators, and with the messaging we've got originally, which I understand, was that, you know, Chantelle's not really at the stage where it would be an option for Katie to box her, even if she wins an eliminator. And my thinking behind that was the risk reward didn't sort of balance. And I get it. You know, why would you want to fight someone like Chantelle? The only reason why they might have possibly taken it was because Chantelle would have had a little bit less experience at that type of level. But you know, I think Katie and her team understand and know how good Chantelle is and understand the threat involved. But now it makes sense. You know, Katie Taylor's a legend, an unbelievable fighter, and nobody can say any different. And for her to potentially try and become a two-weight undisputed champion, I don't think from their point of view, you know, it'd be a wise move to try to sort of bypass that, because there's that much politics involved in boxing. To become undisputed is difficult enough. To have the opportunity to become two-weight undisputed when the stars align and everything sort of fits at the right time, you know, maybe Serrano pulling out is a blessing in disguise and the reason why this fight will happen.
What weight would the fight happen at, in your opinion?
Super lightweight, I think. You know, I don't think Katie sees any reason to fight Chantelle other than to try and become a two-weight undisputed world champion. Chantelle can still make lightweight if she's given enough time. The only reason she ever moved to super lightweight is because she felt she wasn't going to get the opportunity to box for a world title because she was mandatory for Katie, and Katie had other ideas. So she didn't see the point in hanging around, and the super lightweight title became vacant. So she sort of went down that path. So she could, if she wanted to make lightweight, but I think it makes sense all around to do it at super lightweight.
How big of an event is this? Because you're talking Ireland versus England. You're talking about two undisputed champions. This is absolutely huge. Do you think it's feasible that we could see this fight on May 20th?
Absolutely. You know, well, I think Katie Taylor ultimately is in the driver's seat in this, and for her to go out there publicly and call out Chantelle for that date speaks volumes. I think it makes the fight so easy to make because we all know what page we're on. I don't think you'll find anybody who doubts that Chantelle Cameron wants to fight. She's openly said it many times. So I'm pretty certain the teams will get around the table or on the phone over the next couple of days. It won't be a difficult fight to make, I assure you that.
Before this fight was even in the offing, who was Chantelle likely to face next, and where was it going to be on the Anthony Joshua undercard on April 1st?
I mean, yeah, there was rumours that we have been had talks about boxing on the 1st of April, which she's well capable of being on track to be able to do that. It certainly was going to. My phone's going mental, you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly was going to be in April time. She was going to box, so it's no big deal for her to take foot off the gas, and just we can readjust the training camp and make sure that she peaks just in time for May 20th if it comes about.
Is that an issue though for you as a coach when you're 4 weeks out really from a potential fight and you've got to adjust the goalpost at this stage?
Yeah, listen, it's a good problem to have, isn't it? I'd rather have them type of problems than when injuries come around and you've got to adjust training for that, or you've got to take your foot off the gas because they're maybe gonna peak a little bit too soon. So yeah, it's a fantastic problem to have if you can call it a problem.
In terms of this next question, I'm going to put to you. Basically, Jack Catterall has went into the Lions Den in Scotland, not got a decision when ultimately the whole boxing world thought that he deserved the win. Does that play in your mind when you're going over to Ireland for a fight like this against Katie Taylor? Is that at the forefront?
You can't. Yeah, listen, we've got scars from it. Let's not tell lies, but you honestly can't afford to do that, because if you do, then your game plan sort of goes out the window and you start dictating instructions and stuff based around what other people's opinions are, and you just really can't do that. So no, I'm gonna have to put my faith in the judges again, and we'll just see what happens. But I can guarantee one thing: this is probably going to go down as one of the best female fights ever. Stylistically, it's just absolutely made for an unbelievable fight, and Chantelle brings the heat. Katie Taylor's proved it time and time again. She does too. And I just hope to God they can make it happen.
Is this something that we could potentially see again then down the line? First fight, maybe a rematch, because obviously at the moment Serrano's out the way. We don't know what the story is with the injury. Could this be legacy really for Chantelle Cameron or Katie Taylor?
Yeah, I think I don't think there's any question in terms of from Chantelle's point of view. Katie's already cemented her legacy. Let's not beat around the bush. She's a Hall of Famer. She's paved the way for women's boxing to be what women's boxing is as it stands right now. So, just the utmost respect we've got for Katie. That's goes without saying. But in terms from a fighting point of view, I know Chantelle Cameron's got the style to be able to cause Katie all sorts of problems. So if we can go and pull it off, or God forbid it goes the other way and Katie gets it, I'm pretty certain that regardless of who comes out on top, it's going to be that type of fight where everyone's going to go, we want to see that again.
Whilst I've got you on, because I know we're pushed for time, can you give me any idea of what the story is with Jack Catterall, when we'll see him out next, who we'll see him out against?
No, I mean, there's obviously stuff going on in the background. Disappointed with the situation around Taylor, but sometimes that's not anyone's fault. As I mentioned before, injuries can just come out of nowhere, and you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. We don't know what's going on, but from Jack's point of view, at the moment he's boxing March 25th. But the IBF have ordered him eliminated today. There has been talks about Pro Grey. There is a lot of stuff going on in the background. So.
Do you like that Pro Grey fight next?
I'd love the Pro Grey fight. I think it's a great fight for Jack. Pro Grey's, again, he's a phenomenal fighter. Him and Taylor in the final of the World Series was as close a fight as you can possibly get without, for definite saying that guy won. It really was the toss of a coin, could have gone either way. So yeah, he's that caliber of fighter. He's a world champion. Obviously, because of the politics and the governing bodies stripping Josh, going back to straight after the Jack Catterall fight. So Jack versus Pro Grey is a great fight. Stylistically, I think it blends really nice. So if that fight can be made for Jack, then I'd be over the moon.
Well, Jamie, thank you very much for your time tonight. I know you've fit me into that busy schedule and the phone's popping off there, so I'll let you go. Thank you very much, mate. We'll catch up again soon.
No worries. Cheers.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife and saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.